Welcome back. Silverham here, coming at you with a WWE rant. This is the first time I'm doing it. Well, I think it's either the first or the third time I'm doing it. I think I made two other videos back in like 2023, 2024. But Triple H, you bald. No. Triple H, triple bald fraud H. I'm sick of this. I'm sick. I for a long time I was waiting. I was like, the booking's gonna get better. It's just slowed down right now. But the booking has been trash since I'll say before or after War Games. The road to WrestleMania was trash. WrestleMania was trash. Raw and SmackDown after WrestleMania was good. And anything after that was trash. The greatest thing we got so far was the Night of Champions. And that was decent at best. Decent. Triple H, I need you to answer me this. I know you're not going to see this, but I need anybody to answer me this. Why on this green grassy ass earth is LA Knight fighting Seth Rollins at Saturday Night Main Event? Why? Who asked for, hey guys, we're gonna give you LA Knight versus Seth Rollins? And I don't wanna hear that, oh well, LA Knight could be mad about the Money in the Bank. No one wanted to see this match. We already asked Triple H, put LA Knight, let LA Knight win it. Let LA Knight finally win it after 3 years. You know what he said? Nah. I want my top guy who was world champion 4 times, main evented night 1 of WrestleMania back to back, and all this jazz. And then I've learned to say that the IWC is complaining and complaining too much. Triple H, this is why. Triple H, your booking after WrestleMania 40 fell off. I'll say the last great pay-per-view you had was maybe a pay-per-view after SummerSlam. Actually, wait. When did CM Punk return? No, he returned back in 2023, I believe. Last year was the Bloodline with CM Punk versus the fake Bloodline. That was the last good. How long was that? I believe that was in November, I believe. The Royal Rumble was mid. The road to WrestleMania was mid. Everything was bad. You got, like, why? You had Sami Zayn teaming up with Penta for God knows whatever reason to fight Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Triple H, I'm tired. It's too early. I mean, no, well, it's not really too early, but I'm tired. I can't keep defending. I was defending you before. I was like, you know what? Just let it marinate. Let it give him some time. He always does this. When things proceed to slow down, he picks it up and it becomes great. But Triple H, there's no reason why your WrestleMania was horrible. While most pay-per-views was horrible. While Randy versus Cena one last time was bad. While Sami Zayn is still acting like a baby when it comes to, oh, I'm not gonna win no matches, nigga. You main evented WrestleMania. You know what? Speaking of Sammy, you beat Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross attacks you tonight, mean they're gonna run it back at Saturday Night Main Event. If Karrion don't win that, Triple H, I can't defend you no more. Penta and Sammy fighting Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Guess who came out after this match ended? Yes, Jey Uso. I like Jey, but god damn, can we stop doing this? This happens every time. Oh, Sammy's getting beat up. Someone's getting beat up. Jey Uso comes out. Why? What does Jey Uso and this faction have in common with each other? Sammy and his faction had nothing in common with each other. They had no reason to have a rivalry. Penta, maybe. And then you have LA Knight feuding with Seth for God knows whatever reason. And it's like, bro, If LA Knight loses, he's gonna be buried. Even if he wins, it will do nothing for him. It's a lose-lose situation for LA Knight. Even for Seth Rollins, it's a lose. Oops, sorry. Not nobody's calling my phone. It was just something played on TV. For God's sake. But it's a lose-lose situation. And people are talking about they should just let the story play. I tried that. They got Sami Zayn randomly feuding out of nowhere. And I'm being honest here. This new faction with Seth and Bronson is just a rip-off bloodline. It's just another rip-off bloodline. How many rip-off bloodlines we had? We had the new bloodline. We had the Judgment Day. And we have this. They should have been killed the Judgment Day off. That was like what? 5? It been like what? 4 or 5 years now since they introduced Judgment Day, and they're still going, and nobody cares anymore. I mean, Finn Balor had pops, but only because he's Finn Balor. People like him. And I like Roxanne Perez, right? But I feel like she would have been way better doing singles. I like Dominic. They say he's injured, which I'm guessing is a story, because yeah. And then you got Raquel, who should have beat Rhea, if you ask me. And it looked like they're not doing nothing with her. It's like keeping her in a tag division, even though she's a singles. She's literally one of the biggest women on the roster. There's 3 big women. When people ask name a big woman on the roster right now on the main roster, they name either 3 people: Rhea, Nia, Raquel. Raquel is a big woman. Why is she focused on the main on the mid card scene? Not even that, the tag team scene. They need to elevate her as a singles star. They ain't doing that. They're just keeping Raquel on this. Oh yeah, I'm in tag team. And then there's Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez is literally known as the Prodigy. I don't. This Judgment Day thing does not need to go anywhere past WrestleMania. Obviously, they're gonna have Finn cost Dominic the championship by either beating him or he cost it against AJ Styles. And I feel like Dominic's gonna go on the babyface run, yada yada yada, whatever, right? But come on, man. But that's not the point of this. I'm talking about Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, and Seth Rollins. They brought nothing, no story, nothing. How is this benefiting anyone but Seth Rollins, who technically does not need to be benefited because he already main evented WrestleMania. He's an ex-WWE champion, an ex-world champion. Like, this ain't doing nothing for him. They're saying he's the future. There's only one real guy in his faction that I can say is the future, and that's Braun Breaker. I can't see Bronson Reed as the future because y'all not even giving us no story with him outside of, oh yeah, he's big and strong. How many people can't get over that way, Triple H. You're trying to push Bronson Reed as this dominant force alongside Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins. How are you gonna do that? And Bronson Reed can't even do a tsunami. And the tsunamis is what got him over. There was that little time before he got injured where he was over somewhat because he was doing tsunamis on Seth Rollins. Who else he done it on? I think he done it on Sammy. He done it on somebody in Africa. Oh, he done it on R-Truth. And he done it at War Games. And yeah, he got injured at War Games. Y'all could have had this man doing tsunami after tsunami after tsunami. Y'all at max they have this man do 2 tsunamis. And as soon as the crowd get riled up, they have him stop. For God's sake. For God's sake, H. And it's like I said, this ain't even benefiting them. Braun Breaker, if you ask me, was doing better on his own than he's doing with Seth. Bronson Reed was a terrifying force. Now he just looks like, oh, he's Seth's partner. Like, come on, bro. They're making this faction feel useless. Like, if you asked me a year ago, hey, would you like to see a faction between Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed? I would say hell yes, without a doubt. That would be a great faction. Right? Even though I'd rather see Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker in a feud, because I feel like that would be a pretty good match. But as a faction with Seth Rollins, yes, absolutely. I do think they, but the problem is there's no story. There's no story. There's nothing. There's no story. It's just two guys help Seth Rollins, and they don't even help him that much. Another thing is, I forgot what I was gonna say, but here's another thing. Seth didn't need the Money in the Bank, if you ask me. It ain't done nothing for him. Y'all could have put Braun Breaker in that main event scene and had Braun. Another thing is Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman. Look, what the fuck has Paul done since betraying Roman? What has Paul done? Paul just been here and been doing nothing. It was Seth that was on the mic. It was Seth speaking for the faction, and Paul Heyman just being like what he was in the Bloodline. Except here, he doesn't say anything. He just carries the Money in the Bank. Penta in a useless feud, and it's gonna probably be tied up into Survivor Series. That's the only two thing, and it's where hold on, let me find the podcast. G Maniac. If you watch him, he doesn't know me, but if shout out to him, kudos to him. Let me find it. So earlier today, I had rewatched this guy named Narcos PSY Boy 94. I don't know if I said that right. Shout out to him too. I watched their No Name Wrestling podcast, right? And this guy G Maniac, again, shout out to him, said this, that Triple H only is prepared for two PLEs, Survivor Series and WrestleMania. And I already know where this is gonna go. Mind you, tonight he had they did a little teaser with Raw versus SmackDown. We already know they ain't finna do that, cause it's another War Games. Guess what? It's gonna be Seth's faction, and they're probably gonna add a fourth guy soon, probably sometime after SummerSlam, versus either Sammy J Penta and someone else, or Sammy J Penta and maybe Cody Rhodes. I hope to God it's not Cody Rhodes. Hope to God it's not Cody Rhodes. I like Cody, but he does not need to be in this War Games. I want Cody to turn heel. I don't want him to do nothing with this Seth faction outside of getting cashed in on. Right? Oh, whoa. Oh, yeah. CM Punk or LA Knight. Either CM Punk or LA Knight. Right? That's the only two. Those are the. Because every time. This happens every time. Triple H builds a faction, and then they just try to play it out into Survivor Series. It's getting repetitive and boring now. It's getting boring. I get it. Survivor Series is big. It's one of the most traditional, even though they removed that tradition for War Games. And I'm being honest here. War Games, it got old. Bring back the old Survivor Series. I'm tired of seeing, oh, guys, it's 2 rings in a cage. And yeah, at first it was pretty good. It was pretty decent. But now it's just getting boring and repetitive. Right? And you're telling me like one guy takes the pin, the whole team loses? It's getting tiring. And I already know that's where they're gonna go with this. They're either gonna do Bloodline again, the new Bloodline again in the Survivor Series, or they could do Raw versus SmackDown, since Raw and SmackDown got two dominant factions. They could do Bloodline versus Seth's faction. They could do that and do basically Raw versus SmackDown with two heel factions. They could do that. Now I don't think they will though, because the brand split doesn't even matter no more. Because we got LA Knight, who's on SmackDown feuding with Seth, Damian, who just went straight to SmackDown. So the brand split, just kill it. Kill the brand split. You already booked that to death. The last time I think I ever cared about a brand split was like 2017, something like that. 2017, yeah. 2017, and that's about it. The brand split, dead. The only reason they do the draft is so niggas from NXT to come up to the main roster. And guess what? Half those people from NXT are probably gonna be fired by the end of the year. I'm not lying when I say that. Like, ask Cameron Grimes. Ask Blair Davenport. Everybody thought that Blair Davenport was gonna. Well, everybody thought that Blair Davenport was gonna be a huge main eventer. She was fired before she ever even won a title. She wasn't even in those storylines. Javon Evans, if he goes up to the main roster, he's gonna be booked just gonna be booked to the point where he loses all the time. The only people I can see getting booked decent on the main roster, Obafemi, Trick Williams, maybe, and I'm trying to think of a woman who'll be good. Who'll be good. Well, yeah, Jada Parker. I just have hope for Jada Parker because you know. But knowing Triple H, he's probably just gonna put her on the sidelines. He also put Stephanie Valkyrie on the sidelines. Another thing I need to address: where's Roman Reigns? Where's Roman Reigns? I don't need Roman Reigns doing it. I'm gonna come back once. I'm gonna come back once. I'm gonna come back once. Are you gonna be here or not? I get you don't got the title, but come on, bro. Come on. And what else I have to say? Oh yeah. Let me get the image right quick. Hold on. Now, if you watch Raw tonight, you will understand how stupid this match was. They said it was a draw since both of their shoulders were on the mat. The match was already boring, right? And then both their Triple H, the Women's Intercontinental Championship, and you're booking it like it's some throwaway title. And we already know it's gonna be a triple threat at Evolution, right? We already know that. I'm thinking Becky gonna come out. Becky doesn't come out. And one more thing though. Now Triple H, look, I can't keep dealing with this, right? Solo won the United States Championship. Y'all, you better do something with that, right? You better do something with that. If Cody Rhodes don't turn heel by the end of the year, it's wraps. Like, I can't do this. Cody Rhodes needs to turn heel. I like Cody Rhodes, but his babyface run is over. It's over. Ever since he lost the title, it's over, right? And then you always seen Cody do heelish things to Randy Orton at King of the Ring. You know, Randy Orton. So I'm guessing they're going to turn both heel. Which I don't know how they're going to play that out, but we'll see. Another thing is the tag team division. That's what I wanted to talk about. Why is this Raw tag team division? Judgment Day won it back. Thank God. New Day somehow was trash at tag team champions. I don't know how. The New Day trash as tag team champions. How is that even possible? Because guess what? There's no tag teams. No interesting tag teams out of. And I'm not counting Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker because they're not even fighting for the tag title. They're just fighting as Seth Rollins' henchmen. There's only 2 good tag teams. Well, 3 good tag teams. Or interesting tag teams. The New Day, Judgment Day. I forgot what that other one was. Let me think. Was it Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker? No, because I had thought of it earlier today. Hold on. I'll get back to that. But, yeah, there's only 3 interesting. And guess what? The SmackDown tag titles was not booked on any PLE since Royal Rumble. In a mid-match. Niggas been wanting to see the Street Profits, Motor City Machine Guns, DIY. What was that other tag team? The Frasers, whatever they call, and the Y6. 5 tag teams. 5 tag teams. I think there are even more tag teams, and they're making more tag teams. Not one time they get booked on the PLE. Triple H, what are we doing here? What are we doing? The SmackDown tag titles are the most interesting tag title. the most interesting those tag titles been since the Usos, which was WrestleMania 39. We're past WrestleMania 41, and these tag titles don't get booked on the PLE. And you know why? He wants to see people watch SmackDown because guess what? He knows for a fact that the SmackDown tag roster is good while Raw tag roster is horrible. And the thing is, this man could have picked. This man has Austin Theory and Grayson Waller on main event. And Austin Theory. How is Austin Theory better booked on Vince than he was under Triple H? Oh my god, man. This is just making my head hurt. Triple H, you are a horrible booker. I'm sorry. Stop relying on WrestleMania 39 and WrestleMania 40 and be like, well, that was enough. That's enough. Those were peak. I'm sorry. That was the past. Triple H, I know you're not gonna consistently be at the top of your game. You're gonna have your bad moments, but your bad moments shouldn't be like 6 to 8 months long. It should slow down, pick up, slow down, pick up, slow down, pick up. It's going slow and steady, but since before the road to WrestleMania, since after War Games, and there's been no interesting storylines. The John Cena's heel run has been mid. Ever since he turned heel, everybody was like, "Oh yeah, he turned heel." Now when is he turning face? You wanna know why? Because the booking sucks. The booking is horrendous. Carmella Hayes gets buried. Andrade gets buried. Ray Phoenix. Where's Ray Phoenix at Triple H? Where's Ray Phoenix? Buried. You got Penta doing all this cool stuff in main events while Ray Phoenix ain't done nothing. Ain't been on lost to Grande Americano, whatever his name is, at WrestleMania. Speaking of Chad Gable, he's injured. And guess what? You know why a lot of people are injured? Because they don't wrestle. Chad Gable has a match every now and then. And sure, you can argue that, oh, well, Penta just done the move wrong. Right? But it's like, bro, there should not be this many injured people. There should not be. Not at all. Especially WWE now where everything is extra safe. Like, extra safe. All these moves are so predicted. There's people in New Japan, in AEW, and in wrestling shows that are in the indies that be doing crazy things. Slam through fire. Slam through what do you call those things? On those thumbtacks, yeah. Through thumbtacks. Gets thrown off a high sail. Gets hit with a light bulb thing. And with a light stick. And they be going week after week after week. Triple H, there's no reason why people just fall over and they get injured. Because you're not booking them. How are they going to hone their skills? This roster, if you ask me, could be so much better booked if people hone their skills. Shawn Michaels had people hone his skills. Tony Khan, even though I don't like him, he has his wrestlers hone their skills. You're the only one who wrestlers don't hone their skills. And sure, you can be like, well, we have a big roster. WWE has the most largest roster. Sure, fine, whatever. But you're telling me you can put there's people who hasn't even been put on main event. People who hasn't been booked on a show in months. People who hasn't been booked on the PLE. Cameron Cross hasn't been booked on the PLE. Before Night of Champions, he hasn't been put on the PLE since WrestleMania 40. Come on, man. And you wonder why people are getting injured. This is why. And most of the time, they get injured over a simple move. That's like if a basketball player who leaves every couple months comes back, plays basketball in a 40-minute game, and it doesn't expect to get injured at least one point. Obviously, you're gonna get injured if you don't hone your skills. How long is this? 24 minutes? Okay. This is probably gonna be like a 30-minute one. Oh my god. It's like Sure, like I said, it's a big roster. It's a huge roster. It, but like Triple H, your Ross, your wrestlers are supposed to hone their skills. That was one of the points of those house shows. But no, they don't do that. And now you put them in a random wrestling match, they get injured. They get injured, or they don't know what to do, or they keep botching. This has been the highest botch count in WWE history, if you ask me. This has been the highest. Well, at least not, I'm not gonna say in history, but in a long time, in a very long time. This has been a problem with WWE for a long time, where the botches are going up. There's no reason why there should be this many botches. No reason. Mind you, these wrestlers are supposed to be more experienced than wrestlers that's outside of the company. So how the hell are they getting injured? How the hell are there so many botches? And why is the booking decision so bad, Triple H? I'm a kid. I'm probably gonna make a new rant tomorrow. Uh, um, Triple H, you, I can't keep doing this, bro. And another thing, why hasn't there been no build up to any PLE post not champions? It's Evolution and Saturday Night Main Event, no build up. Gunther is supposed to fight Goldberg, even though no one wants to see that match because it's gonna be like a 5-minute match at best. Guess what? Goldberg ain't even been coming out. He made a promo. He didn't even come out. The woman, oh yeah, we got Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky for the 500th time. For the 500th time, Rhea is competing for a world title. And I seen someone said this. How do you expect women wrestlers to get over if you're not booking them like the same way you're booking Rhea? And sure, she's over because that whole mommy thing, and she's hot. Yeah, I'll admit that. I like her because of her character and because she's hot. But there are also other wrestlers, other women wrestlers, who 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 could be so over. Io Sky was over, and I'm talking about she was she was more over than me, if you ask me. Guess what? He didn't even book her. He didn't even book her for months. She hasn't defended her championships since WrestleMania 41. It's we're closer to SummerSlam than we are at WrestleMania 41. She hasn't been defending it at all since WrestleMania 41. Basically, like Tiffany Stratton been like defending it, but her her character has just been going down a slow slope, and I already know Jay's gonna beat her and Naomi's gonna cash in. And speaking of Naomi, I seen Saudi Arabia booing Naomi and telling her to shut the fuck up. Saudi Arabia, I was giving you props, but I don't know why, but Saudi Arabia been on some racist shit lately. Cause they was quiet for Jade when she won. They told Naomi to shut the fuck up, and they was booing. I think they was booing the Street Profits as well. Saudi, if somebody from Saudi's watching this, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. But I don't like shows that are racist. No, come on. But for what I was saying, if Naomi fails that cash in, be the first woman to fail that cash in, Triple H, I cannot defend you at all. She better win against Jade. I like Jade Cargill, but she's not ready to be a world champ. She could be world champ for like 5 minutes. She needs to hone her skills. Because I'm being honest here, her promo work disgusting, and not in a good way. It's disgustingly bad. And another thing, I keep saying and another thing, but let wrestlers be themselves on the mic more. Cause when you keep having them say this and that and all that jazz, they'd be like, oh, there's like they don't be good at their promos. Like ask Ricochet. Ricochet, you can be the best at in the ring, and but you having the terrible promo work. It ruins the whole thing. It ruins the whole thing. It's like ask Ricochet. Ricochet, great in the ring. I feel like Ricochet could put on bangers after bangers after bangers. He was horrible. Well, he wasn't horrible. He was alright on the mic. He was alright. If you don't have good mic work and good but have good in ring work, nobody's gonna care, right? Unless you get booked like Brock Lesnar and have a manager speak for you. But if you have good mic work and terrible in ring work, which a lot of wrestlers do have, again, not too many people will care. Well, maybe. Well, people will care. Like Jey Uso. Jey Uso is alright in the ring. On the mic, he's pretty decent. He's over because of that whole yeet, which fun, but yeah. I don't know I forgot what I was gonna say, but yeah. Let wrestlers be themselves on the mic more, because there's no reason why Jade Cargill is that bad on the mic. I'm sorry. Stephanie Valkyrie and Io Sky sound better than her on the mic. Do you know how bad on the mic you gotta be for niggas who are foreign to speak better than you on the mic? Come on. In your own language? Come on. Book Stephanie Valkyrie. Roman Reigns need to come back. Make better storylines. Make better rivalries. Stop doing this copy and paste. And I almost forgot. Stop making Sami Zayn feel like an underdog. Because a lot of people have been complaining. Because Karrion Kross and Sami Zayn, when Sami beat Karrion, guess what Michael Cole said? The first thing, he beat Karrion. What a miracle. How is that a miracle? Sami Zayn, y'all acting like, Sami can't beat nobody. This man beat two of the longest reigning title reigns in the company. And one of them was in the main event of WrestleMania. The other one should have been Chad Gable, but whatever. One of them was in the main event of WrestleMania, and one of them was against the current World Heavyweight Champion. The first two-time World Heavyweight Champion, by the way. So Sami, stop booking Sami like an underdog. He's not no underdog. But anyway, after 32 minutes and 47 seconds, I've been going on a rant. And I'm sorry, but this is pissing me off. This is pissing me off. This Raw was unbearable. Rusev and Sheamus ended horribly, and I forgot everything else that happened. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Human out.